Bitcoin has a clear path to $200,000 per coin during the next few months. Plus, I'm also expecting a major altcoin season. I'm going to be covering some latest price action and some of the latest news. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe. First thing I do want to cover in the latest price action for BTC is we still are at that critical point where I'm waiting for either a major break above the 116K or the break below the 100K region. These two zones clearly mark either the continuation of the bull run or the start of the bear trend, but I will be showing you later on in the video why the probability is very high for the continuation and the soar to potentially 200K per coin. First thing I want to cover here is the Bitcoin dominance. Currently, we do have a strong channel to the upside. Overall, a lot of times this will resolve with some downwards momentum. The reason I say that is when I add one of my favorite indicators, the Luxalgo fair value gap, you can see to the upside, especially in this 60 to 65% region, there's going to be a lot of volume to the downside. Also, even when just coming over and seeing the current altcoin season index on CMC, we're currently in a Bitcoin season, so very heavily in the Bitcoin season. But I am expecting in the last few months of this bull run, we actually shift to altcoin season, as is always expected in the end of the bull run. And we do have quite a strong run in altcoin season, which would also correlate and see a bit of a downward shift in dominance. That doesn't mean BTC wouldn't have the chance to hit over 200K, but it also would mean that a lot of other altcoins like Solana, Ethereum, BNB currently holding strong would give them that chance to really push forward. Another major key piece of info that I'm looking at is the fear and greed. Just yesterday it was around that 29. It's still 36 in the fear section, but Bitcoin is at 111K. The reason I'm pointing this out is nobody's basically lining up to be buying Bitcoin when it is at these high price points, 114K, but everybody will be lining up when the price is at $1 million. Similar with how gold what happened with gold. Everybody was lining up. I saw posts at the Sydney Mint. People were lining up to buy gold at 4,400, but when it was at 3,000 or 2,000, nobody's lining up to buy. So everybody really buys at the end of a bull trend. Nobody's really early to that overall trend. Another reason here that we do expect another major push is overall global liquidity. Overall, the printing of money across the world is at an all-time high. We've seen gold actually catch up to the global liquidity, but Bitcoin is definitely lagging behind. And what it's now predicting is basically a 100% push in the price of Bitcoin to then match the overall global liquidity, the amount of money being printed across the world. So that is another correlation to show that Bitcoin still has a high chance to push to around 150 to 200K per coin. We also got Tom Lee. We just had a podcast release with Anthony Pomp and Tom Lee just a few days ago, or was it last night? And Tom Lee's quite a rational-minded bull, as one of these first comments actually points out. Tom Lee isn't one of those, to the moon, Bitcoin's going to hit multiple $1 million per coin. He's very rational-minded, and he's actually saying that within the next 65 days, 200K per Bitcoin has a decent probability. So with a rational mind suggesting these type of price points, plus with extra information like this global liquidity, gold matching, Bitcoin currently lagging, probability does seem quite high. And don't forget, we are still extremely early. Let's look. Current Bitcoin halvings. We're currently only first, second, third, fourth. We're currently only in the fifth halving. It's going to continue for more than 100 years. We're still extremely early to the overall Bitcoin ecosystem. Also, with CZ being pardoned by Trump, that is really major for Trump, basically having sort of an insider in his back pocket. CZ is basically now at his mercy forever. He's always in his debt because he's been pardoned. He's now able to continue with his crypto operations here. CZ's prediction, Bitcoin will flip gold. I don't know exactly when. It might take some time, but it will happen. Save this tweet. So currently gold's sitting at the top with nearly $30 trillion in total market cap. Bitcoin around 15x from here would put it at the total market cap of gold. So we're sitting at 100K per Bitcoin right now. 15x would put it over $1.5 million per coin. That's really crazy to think about, especially when the price was really $3,000, $5,000 only a few years ago. My favorite chart, the weekly chart for Bitcoin, and using this 20 exponential moving average, we're still clearly in a solid bull trend. All we've done is just retest some of these lower prices and actually just retest below this exponential moving average. In the past, if we look, every time we've come below the EMA, below the overall average price, it's been very, very bullish. It's been a great time for accumulation. And right now is really no different. Currently, we've shown no break of any bull trend. Bull trend is still continuing. Overall, we just saw an all-time high with stocks just this week, hitting 6,800 on the S&P. As we saw, global liquidity is at an all-time high, gold's at an all-time high, stocks are at an all-time high. Bitcoin is definitely about to follow with a similar all-time high. Altcoins like Ethereum still looking extremely strong. Basically didn't even have that retest below the EMA as strong as Bitcoin. Actually just retesting these old all-time high initial resistance, now flipped as support. This is really giving me a high confluence trade, but we now have a strong support. We're also coming back on the 20 EMA on the weekly chart. Tom Lee is expected Ethereum to hit around 10,000 per coin. So that's quite a high price point, but overall really a doubling from here, especially as I pointed out before, when the alt season hasn't even happened. We're very heavily still in Bitcoin season. When alt season starts, we're going to see Ethereum, Solana, a lot of altcoins. Even BNB looks quite strong during this season, but even Solana definitely going to have another alt season during the end. If we see meme coins come back during this alt season, and that's what this whole crypto bull run has been about, really about altcoins compared to NFTs in the last season. So we do see another alt season. Sol is really going to benefit from that. Really going to see Ethereum benefit from that. And even XRP, as I covered in yesterday's video, definitely have some high price points for XRP, even around that $7, as a few people in the comments actually pointed out. So that does seem like quite a realistic price point, especially when we had BlackRock actually giving quite a strong prediction using some high-level calculations to predict the overall price of XRP. They still expect a major bull run to come. A lot of top figures in crypto still expecting this major bull run, even CZ. So really anything you're seeing on the news or on these major news outlets is potentially not the truth. So there we have it. Still very, very bullish on the overall market. Next 65 days is when it's predicted to hit 200K. Let's see if that happens. I'll make sure to make an update for that. If you do enjoy, smash the like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.